Welcome to the Best Start Guide. It is day 187 and it is also Live Arena, so this is a crossover episode. Welcome to Live Arena crossover episode brought to you by the Best Start Guide. So first of all, I'm going to do the missions because we got the Ramen 2 missions and the Marius missions. We are in the mid game, well into the mid game, and earn the clan coins. I have been sitting on these clan coins. Why? Because sitting on them meant I would have them available when it finally came to this mission. So now I can complete it. Now I can get into Live Arena and go after the bronze quests. It seems a bit silly to complete a clan quest and then sit on the gold, but it seems like this particular mission track, not this one, this one's going to take forever. The events, I've got 2,000 of 10,000 points. Maybe I'll get there sometime next week or in 2 weeks. I don't know, however long it takes. For now, we're going to do the Live Arena though. And on the Marius track, you just got to watch out for the clan coin ones. You want to save up your souls too in the Altar of Souls. Just sit on them until it's time to sell them. That's the general mid-game plan here. That's about it. So let's go, not clan boss. I know what I'm doing, I swear. So I haven't done Live Arena very much at all. I think I've done one session during the Best Start Guide, and I did a bit of a poll to ask some of you guys whether you thought I should continue on with this account. And I know at least one of you said, you know, you're probably not going to have particularly good champions for this, but that doesn't matter anymore because now we have to do it because it's on the mission track. So I'm going to start with a good speed lead. I mean, I'd love to start with Arbiter, but I haven't built her yet. And anyway, because we're in bronze, it's not like picking Arbiter blocks them from getting Arbiter. So I'm actually going to open with Wixie. Because Wixie's been good to us. But he's also pretty good in Arena, it turns out. At least I have found so. He can be kind of annoying, especially with the 5-star blessing and the cruelty, so he gradually erodes the defense. I do want a speed lead. Preferably, I'd like 2 speed leads just to make sure I get to go first, but you can't always promise you can go first. I will take Skull Crown though, because she's good, and I will do Estrid just for the speed. I'll probably take Sun Wukong, and maybe I'll take Fenax last. I don't have a huge number of options, do I? I should take him too, come to think of it. So maybe I'll take Foley and Sun Wukong, or Fenax and Sun Wukong. You know what? Because of all the magic here, probably wisest to go with a magic nuker. So that's how we're going to do it. And we get to choose to ban somebody. So I haven't brought a cleanser, so I probably shouldn't let him have a bomber. That's probably the way we have to go with it. So he's eliminated my my speed lead, which makes sense. So I'm gonna leave the Sun Wukong because he's got the next best speed aura. Actually, I think they're identical. I think they both have 28%. And he does get to go first. Das Lumpy. Which I think is German for the lumpy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody out there speak German? Anyway, we get to cut in. Who am I gonna try to get the double tap? I probably have to put the second hit on. Yeah. Oof. That's painful. So we got a lot of crowd control to deal with here. I think we're outclassed, and this might happen a lot. Maybe I can get this off. Yep, managed to get something off without getting feared. And can I do it? Well, that at least gets rid of the porcupine. So is Wixie going to be able to do it on his own? Maybe I should have put up some buffs. But here, if I can keep them provoked, that might actually lock them down long enough for me to do something like this. Hey, look at that. It worked. It worked. So we got our first 10 points. How much do I have to get? Is it 100? So that means we got to get 10 wins. 9 more wins. I'm game for that. I will at least take a few extra bunches of tokens to stay on track for these missions. I think it's worth it. Maybe it doesn't matter. So this being kind of a crossover episode, I'm going to do what I often do in Live Arena, which is just try to fill the dead air with something relevant. Starting by choosing the correct champions again. I'm gonna stick with Wixie in this slot. I think he's really good. Then maybe we'll go with Astrid, something like that. But anyway, for the Live Arena episode, I'm not going to be as on track with one thing that I'm trying to explain. But then again, if you followed along this far, chances are you're at least in the mid-game too. Or you're brand new and you've just joined on and you decided that this would be the first episode to watch, in which case, hello. Welcome to my raid channel. I probably should bring somebody that can nuke force champions. Really, I'm looking at it and we do have Lady Mikage. She's all the way down here. It's because they're listed in order of favorites. That's why. That's interesting. So I can bring a few other champions that I kind of didn't see that I could bring because I'm sorting them wrong. Maybe I'll just sort by rank for now, just so I don't confuse myself. And I'll accept that. On my main account, what I've done is I designated all of my arena champions with Arena 1. So when I sort by tags, they actually do rise to the top. But right now, I just have favorites. And those ride to the top. And my favorites are kind of random. I mean, every single champion that I have 6-starred at this point, if you just look at all of them down to Shill of the Drakes, they're all favorites in a way. In fact, why not bring Shill of the Drakes? You know what? I can think of a reason. We probably need 2 nukers, just in case one of them gets eliminated. Maybe I should have brought Sun Wukong. So we don't have a great way of dealing with the bomber. So I'll get rid of him. And they're getting rid of Wixie. Smart. So I'll take the speed lead. So I can increase the speed, increase the attack, decrease their turn meter, decrease their speed, weaken them, and I think I want to start with the ally attack. We'll single out him, because I think he's going to take the most punishment anyway. Wow. That worked. Yeah, we got to bring Lady Mikage. That is a good thought. I'm glad you suggested it. Thank you for that. You were probably screaming at the screen like, Gavin, why are you not taking Lady Mikage? Because I didn't have all my best people in the front area. That is why. But I'm learning. We're all learning together. This is a learning experience. Part of this experience is sitting here and watching this loading screen tick all the way up to 60. This is usually where I ask you how your day's going. in case anybody wants to spill the beans on that. Or this is where I ask, what's your opinion on the latest raid news, which seems to be that new siege mode, the clan siege, which as far as I can tell, no one is excited about. A lot of people are dreading it. They've made it look like a lot of work, and it is not clear what the actual benefits of playing that game mode are. They haven't even discussed that yet. Just the chores that they expect us to do on top of all the other stuff they expect us to do. Which I think is kind of unbelievable. I think the raid creators are kind of a little bit out of touch with the player base. And I don't think that's new. I think that's kind of always been the case. There's something very sad about the state of Raid Shadow Legends. Discuss. So I'm going to take a speed lead. I want Sun Wukong, so I'm going to bring him. That's right, Talfu Drags. You can't block me from bringing Sun Wukong in bronze. Once you get to gold, you can actually select a champion, and that forbids your opponent from selecting that champion. It's very fun stuff. Also, we're seeing a lot of Kales, which is a good sign for us, because if people are still relying on Kale to be their best nuker, it's a sign that they're maybe not as far ahead as we are. I suppose there's also the general account level, so if I see a 57, I know I'm probably a little bit ahead of him or her. Should I maybe give Sully a chance? Maybe. Could be fun. I do need another nuker. I think I will bring... You know what, I think I'm going to bring him. Because we definitely want somebody who can block revive on Sun Wukong. I could even bring him for the same reason. And we didn't bring Lady Mikage. Oh well. Maybe we didn't need her. We have a lot of nukers. That's what's important. What's important is you bring more than one nuker, because if they ban your only nuker, man, you are in trouble. So let's get rid of Kale. Why not? Let's see how they handle me deleting their Kale. We'll start with a speed lead. And my tea is very hot. I shouldn't be holding it this way. So we lead with our buffs, debuffs. Eastrid is such a good lead. Alright, so we're going to double tap Sun Wukong to make sure he goes down. They're all done. It's good game, Talfu Drags. Always nice to get it done quickly. Maybe I should just bring nothing but nukers. As long as I get the first shot, it'll work out. But that's why you want to bring a good speed lead. Witcher. In very interesting font or characters. Do I need Wixie? I mean, he gets banned anyways. Maybe I want to lead with Sun Wukong. I'm going to lead with Sun Wukong. It probably gives players less of a warning of what's in store for them. This guy's level 100, so I am not expecting to do well this time. But we'll hope for the best. So I'll bring Lady Mikage, Skull Crown. He's got an Arbaeus, a 5-star ascended mythical Arbaeus, who's got a blessing. I don't even recognize this icon. This must be one of the new ones. And Harima. Wonderful. So let's take Fenax and him. The thing is, I want some speed Otherwise, my guys aren't even going to get to go. So maybe I need to bring Eastrid. I don't think this is going to go well. They've got Armands, who I never get tired of saying is completely broken and in need of a severe nerf. Because when he gets off his turn meter steal move, he steals everyone's turn meter, 100% of it, so he immediately gets to go again. He's stunning everyone, so they immediately lose their next action, which means they have to fully fill their turn meter twice to get another turn, in the time that it takes him to fill his turn meter twice, effectively. That's how it works out. And in addition, he gets to sheep somebody. So that all said, he's the one I'm eliminating. Because as much as I think we're going to lose anyway, we are definitely going to lose if we go up against Armands. Or I could have left him in, I suppose, to illustrate what happens. Maybe I should have. Maybe that would have been more educational. I apologize that I didn't think of that. But chances are there's maybe only 2 new viewers, and the other 5 of you are the returning viewers, and you've already seen a lot of my other fights. You know what Armands could do. Chances are, whoever you are, you know what Armands can do. So, I do get to do something. This is not going to do much other than steal a bit of turn meter, if anything. I'm not going to bother with an ally attack, since the only one I can attack is taunting me, and she's in Stone Skin. So I can lift that stuff, but now it's not my turn anymore. So Fennex is going to get a turn probably, but I don't really think he can do this by himself. And that's it. It's just Fennex. How does Fennex handle this? He can't. I mean, even if I hit everybody, he'll only do half damage to Rhodos. I can't even take out Harima. Well, good game, Witcher. You got me good and proper. So let's go again. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do 10 or 15 fights today. I might even do 20 if I'm super close and I can get the mission done today. Otherwise, there might be a second half of this tomorrow. So let's start with Wixie. I'm going to start with Wixie. He's been good to us. We're fighting another level 100. In Bronze 1, really? Bunch of level 100s? Where are you guys coming from? Take Sun Wukong. I'll take the speed lead. We're dealing with Lydia, Siphi, Rhodos. I wonder if I'm just gonna make this a buy. We'll just try again. I'm gonna try to find somebody who's a little more early game. The reality is sometimes you can just throw a fight and immediately get an easier opponent. It's like that with all things in Raid. Basically, clan versus clan, for instance, you push up the rankings until you're at your level, and then you lose. Or you might beat the guy at your level, but it's a real struggle, and then you're above your level, and you lose. And you drop back one, and then you fight that guy, and maybe you win, maybe you lose. You drop down a level, and then you start winning again. So losing doesn't really feel so bad when you realize that every time you lose, you drop down in the rankings, and you're just going to have an easier time on the next fight. So we are going to try to fight at our level so that we can complete that damn mission requirement. So I'll start with Wixie and Eastrid. I'll probably go with Lady Mikage just because she's basically Swiss Army woman. I love the fact that she's got an ally attack, that she's got a buff strip, that she's got an AoE stun. We are going to need 2 nukers though, so we'll start with Skull Crown. Or maybe I'll start with Fenax. You know, one of the problems is my Fenax is very slow. He's in stone skin, so I can make sure to take out somebody with Fenax, but that's about all he could do. He might get 2 shots. If Lady Mikage stays in as well. And I'll round it out with Skull Crown. That way, at least I have one decent attacker with a good A1 for the ally attack. It's important when you're bringing ally attackers to be aware of who has the best A1s. Like if you look at this team, these 3 also all have really good A1s. So he might have been well suited bringing an ally attacker himself, because this is an area of effect. He's got a primary hit paired with an area of effect that puts up a stun. He's got an area of effect A1 that puts out a bunch of freezes. I'm not even sure what to do about this team. Maybe I should eliminate him just because otherwise I'm going to start to freeze my own guys, probably. Although I could also just get rid of Arbiter so that I have a much better chance of going first. And I think that'll work out. I think we're going to go first. Because we do have Eastrid. She is 326 speed. My new fastest. I have been trying my damnedest to get speed boots that also have the Ascension speed stat. Hasn't worked out for me. So who do I want to provoke? Or do I want to just put up some buffs? You know what? I'm going to put up the Intercept like this. This is probably what my first move should have been last time. Now I can start provoking with Wixie, hopefully. Didn't succeed there, but it is a weak hit against Spirit Champions. But it should be strong against the other 3. Do I want the A1 or the A2? Let's play some weakens if we can. But yeah, the Torment is freezing us. Just lots and lots of freezes to deal with. I'm feeling good about this fight, though. Okay, I'm feeling less good about the fight now. Oh, this is not as good. There's no reviver though, so there's a decent chance we can still kind of brute force our way through them. Would have been a lot easier with those nukers though. Alright. We really just have to get through him. So I'm going to put up some more Intercept, just to make sure Wixie doesn't get crowd controlled. I suppose I don't mind so much if it happens to her. So good game, Sif 88. And we're in Bronze 2, where things might get a little bit harder. Also, pardon me, my ear is itching like crazy. So in all the excitement, I kind of lost count. I don't even know how many wins we're at now. Maybe I'll check out after this fight. You know what? I'll check after we use up this lot of tokens, and that'll determine if we go on for a third. So I'm going to go with Wixie. Absolutely. He's been great. And I'm going to go with Eastrid, because she's been great. I'm getting more of a feel for who my best champions for this mode are. I'd kind of like to bring Bellower as well, just because of the crowd control. It could be kind of fun to bring Bellower and, say, Lady Mikage, and be doing a lot of crowd control. I am I'm okay with this plan. It may not pan out the way I want it to. But I am getting a big kick out of Bellower. He's made it into a lot of my teams. He's a super decent rare. If they're putting up block debuffs though with Duchess, we may not have a lot of luck with that though. We should bring somebody who can hit hard. It occurs to me we're already not bringing that many champions that can hit hard. Maybe I'll just bring Fenax. We'll bring Fenax. I'm basically expecting Fenax to be the one that's eliminated. And then a lot of the damage is probably going to come from Wixie. Nope. They decided get rid of Lady Mikage instead. And you know what? That makes sense. Because I still am not going to get anywhere near as much attack potential without her. But my opponent, Atwell, he's probably thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? Why is he bringing a Bellower? Do you seriously not have a champion better than Bellower? Well, Atwell? No, not really. And he's already frozen. That's too bad. So this is going to be a battle of crowd controls. We both have a lot of crowd control going on. Maybe I could just get rid of him. No, not even. I am more used to the Fenax on my main account who hits like a truck. This Fenax is not hitting hard enough. I need to farm better gear. And maybe for now I need to stop bringing Fenax. Because I think I'm being nostalgic for my main account. We'll put up the intercept. Bellower doesn't care if he gets provoked. He's still just going to be slapping the hell out of everybody. Well, let's try again. Alright, we're at least rid of Tormund, and Tormund is dead. We do not have to worry about him coming back ever. So how long can Fenax stay alive? Can he manage to take out... We should try to take out Foley next. If we take out Foley next... Oh, yeah, that's why maybe we should have tried to take out Foley first. Foley does not mess around when he gets his AoE nuke. So maybe I should be bringing my Foley. Because I did get lucky and get a Foley. I got a very interesting comment from somebody on one of my other videos, and I wasn't really sure exactly how to respond without coming off as rude. But the comment was basically, so basically what you're telling me is you got lucky and you pulled the exact right champions. And my thought is, whatever champions you pull, they can be the right champions. It's a question of playing the deck that you are dealt, right? This is kind of like a card collector game in a way. I mean, they even look like cards. I've never really thought of this as a card collector game. But, I mean, sometimes you get lucky and you pull a particular champion, but sooner or later, every player in this game is going to get lucky. They're going to pull a lucky champion. They're going to pull, I don't know, maybe you pull a Leorius, or maybe you pull Taras, or Marichka, or Armans, or some other overpowered champion. And then you pulled the exact right champion, arguably, for the team that you ended up building, because now that you have Armans, or now that you have, say, in my case, it's Sully. Should I try Sully? Maybe not just here. Maybe I'll bring her. She's good support. I want another good support unit, and let's just bring Sun Wukong, because he could do a little bit of everything. We have Swiss Army Woman, and we have Swiss Army Monkey. We should bring at least one in every fight. Maybe we should bring them both in every fight. But anyway, I mean, my response to the observation of so I pulled the exact right champions, everybody pulls the exact right champions for the champions they then have, right? I now have Sully, which means, yes, I pulled the exact right champion to have Sully now that I have Sully. It's just a ridiculous observation. That's all. There, rant over. Anyway, I'll bring Foley, the exact right champion for the situation. But Sully has been good to this account. Sulfurion. I know I keep using made up names for various characters. I love to call Zeno, or Zenobia, or Wixie. I don't call him Wixwell. I call him Wixie because he's Wixie. And you know what? I should probably be actually choosing somebody, or maybe I wanted to choose him. It's too late. Anyway, we both had the same thought. We both eliminated the speed lead. I get to keep my speed aura, but I'd wager he's going to get to go first. Maybe next time I do a best start guide. I mean, it won't be a best start guide. It'll be some sort of a challenge game. And what I'll do I want to put... Yeah, using the cleanse right now is kind of pointless. We'll just attack. What I'll do is I might make a shardless run. And what I mean by that is no pulling shards of any kind. Basically, you gotta buy the units at the shop or farm them from campaign, and that's it. That's kind of the only way that you can get champions. Let's double tap him just to make sure he goes down, because Baron scares the ever-loving crap out of me. With him gone, I can then maybe put Intercept on myself. I think these two together can actually be a good base, because now, unless Dragon's Bane is able to actually knock out all my champions, I can be very strong. So do I want to go for the revive now? Sure. Let's go for the revive now. Guess it didn't matter. Anyway, good game ALS. And we don't actually have to go for 10 wins anymore, because now we're getting 15 per fight. So what are we looking at? 55? So we need 45 more. We only need 3 more wins. We need 45 points. Of course, we only have 2 tokens, so even if I win both fights, I'm not going to have enough points. So I will splurge for 1 more set of tokens. It costs 10 gems. That's not exactly going to put us in the poorhouse. It's interesting going back to bronze and seeing who gets to pick first, but I don't care who picks first. It doesn't matter. Like, we're picking our champions, but it's not like we can block one another's picks at this level. So it would almost be faster to just say, all right, pick your 5 champions. It doesn't matter. But it sort of does, I guess, because you are picking your champions to kind of oppose what you see the opponent picking, but not really. Like, I'm just picking my best champions right now because I do not have that many. So I'll go for, you know what, I'm going to go for these 2. I'm going to pick them first because I know they're a strong defensive base. I should also consider putting somebody in polymorph. I don't want to do that with Wixie because he's instrumental to the Clan Boss team, but he would have the best polymorph blessing because he's the only 5-star that I have. Only 5-star legendary. Anyway. So they're going with Skullcrown. And Ugo. So what do I want? I guess I want Sun Wukong so he could do the block buffs. That's going to be useful against both Ugo and Skullcrown. Hegemon goes first. So one of the best counters to that is just to have Stone Skin. But I've only got 1 guy in Stone Skin right now, and it's Phenax. So maybe... And actually, he can't be crowd controlled, come to think of it. So I'll bring Foley. Although now that I think of it, Hegemon, what is Hegemon's, but is it block active skills? Yeah, I think it's block active skills he puts out. So then you really would want somebody like Fanax. So I'll just bring, oh man, there's a lot of danger here now. Maybe I better go with a speed lead then. And I'm going to have to eliminate one of these nukers. Maybe it should be Trunda. It'll be Skullcrown. I think I'm more afraid of her. Because if I eliminate Skullcrown, I don't have to worry about a bunch of AoEs even if she's provoked. And the idea is I want to provoke Trunda with Wixie. I think I'll still go for a Speed Aura. But Wixie's going to be really good because he's got the affinity advantage, right? So there are 3 magic champions on that team. If I can start to provoke them all, I can go for a slow win. And the beauty is Wixie can do that without even getting an active turn. And all the while, I can kind of try to get rid of Trunda before she nukes us all out. Okay, we got her provoked. That's a good sign. That maybe keeps us alive. Oh yeah, she's gonna have a lot of trouble getting through Wixie now. And I don't want to stun her. I don't want to risk stunning her with Sun Wukong because basically I want to keep her provoked. And to keep her provoked, I have to keep her attacking Wixie. And maybe I actually want to wear her down so there's no reviver. Because otherwise, she eventually does get that revive. Yeah, I'm liking Wixie for this. Okay, so I can cleanse. And game. Good game, Blitz Heal. You should have eliminated my Wixie. I've already stated in the past that Mini Gavin is maybe not even a great name for the account anymore because it's not very mini. I mean, my clan boss team scores more damage than almost any other account I've ever created, or almost any other account I've ever had in any clan that I have. It does 160 million against the clan boss, just from standing start, Void Affinity. And if it goes below 50% health and he switches affinity, it does even more damage because of the way the masteries work. Yeah, I definitely want to keep her in the party. She's in a bolster set too, so that also helps survive the first round. Something that can't be stripped by the likes of Madame Cerie. So I'll bring Sun Wukong. He's also been good. I think half of our victories have come from Sun Wukong getting off his Wonder Staff attack. And we probably still want Foley. And I'm pretty happy with these 4, and then maybe we could just bring in a speed lead. Maybe that's the kind of balance we're looking for. So more and more, I'm getting a sense of who my best champions are in concert, right? Not just as individual champions, but as a team. I want to bring maybe a second revive blocker. Or maybe I just want to block Sun Wukong. I'm not sure. Can bring Fanax. It's too late. We're stuck with Fanax. Okay, I'm going to get rid of Ninja. This way, regardless of who gets eliminated, I can come in and I can kill Sun Wukong and have him just be gone. And we'll lead with the speed, so we're not so damn slow. Okay, we get to go first. Maybe I can... I don't think she's got Evil Eye, though, so I don't think this is going to matter. Once you start really getting into Arena, you want a lot of champions with Evil Eye that can give you the chance to... Let's see if this will work. No, not at all. Okay. Let's put up the intercept then. Oh no, we got feared. I can't clear away these debuffs. I can try again. I think I want to, more than the revive. Can't provoke anybody. I think I'm comfortable hitting everybody though, because I at least marginally decrease their defense. So he went for the Wonder Stick, didn't he? And it did almost no damage. I wonder if he's just built to be accurate rather than hard-hitting. I'm going to try reviving somebody. So I can go for the block revive again. I don't know how hard-hitting it's going to be, but gotta try. No, it is too difficult to get any damage going right now. Here, let's put the intercept on her to try to keep the crowd control off her so she can actually get off a cleanse when I want her to. Let's target her then. I don't know. This could be a long drawn-out fight until I can manage to get my nukers back on their feet. Or this could just be a war of attrition. I'd love to provoke Sun Wukong as well and stop him from getting off his other moves. Now I'm trying to remember what they changed the max timer to at this point. I think it's still 20 minutes. I don't know if I want to spend a whole 20 minutes fighting Mr. Weed. Okay, you know what? I think you got it, Mr. Weed Penny. You win. Well done. So I'll take some more tokens. How many more wins do we need? 2? I think it's 2. So I'll start with Sun Wukong. I definitely want to have Wixie. And I wonder if maybe instead of the Queen, especially if they're bringing some really nukey people, well, maybe I should, especially if they're bringing some nukey people. Could be ugly anyway. They got player power 95. I'm already seeing a bunch of Void Legos. 4 Void Legos. Yikes. I'll go with the speed lead. I'll go with Lady Mikage. We only have 1 nuker here. So maybe Skull Crown? And maybe I'd still like Lady Mikage instead of the speed lead. Because I'm looking at these champions and I'm like, you know what? I don't think this is necessarily a speed-tuned team. So if I eliminate her, I wonder if we'll just get a chance to go first. Got no idea. But it looks like aside from the Arbiter, they didn't have the fastest champions. So, what do? I think I'm going to go for crowd control. So I can come in with stuns? Yeah, I can stun them all. Absolutely all of them. Suddenly, this team is a lot less scary. Well, good game, Fogged. You can forget about it. So I think we need 1 more win. Unless I lost count and we have enough. But either way, I'm going to use up these last 5 tokens. And then we'll call it a day. So we have Zelonis. He's level 71, so I feel like we're not necessarily going to get outclassed here. I'll start with Wixie. I think I'm coming to the conclusion I absolutely need Wixie. I will bring her and her. And then it's just a question of which 2 nukers do I want. It does make a lot of sense to pick the nukers last. This is another thing I'm finding. Because this way you can wait to see... I mean, barring any really specific obstacles, you still want to look at what affinities do they have. Of course, if I'm going to bring Skull Crown anyway, maybe it doesn't matter. And, do I want Foley? Skull Crown and Foley? I think I'm fine with this plan. So now all I gotta do is eliminate the scariest champion. Honestly, out of all these champions, I think this is probably the only nuker. I might be wrong, and Razin could turn out to be a nuker, but he's probably just a debuffer. This is probably the only nuker on the team. We're about to find out if I'm right or wrong about that. I'll take my speed lead. And by, I mean the speed aura. He eliminated my speed lead. But we might still get to go first. Actually, Skull Crown has a faster aura. I picked the wrong aura. Hers is 23%. Anyway, I don't think it would have mattered. And I think I'm right. I don't think there's any serious damage on this team. So I'm going to put the intercept on her, so she can't be crowd controlled. And we'll cleanse all these debuffs off. And I want to knock out somebody with a block revive. Who do I have the best chance of doing that against? Probably him. Not quite enough damage. I I still can't crowd control anybody either, so I'm just going to go for the area of effect. Doesn't matter. I got feared anyway. Just spilled water on my mouse pad. That's always a good time. How hard does this hit? Good and hard. Alright, we're rid of one of two of them for now, which should give me enough time to get some momentum going, hopefully. Can I provoke her? Oh yeah. Even better. She's just eliminated from the fight. Alright, good game, Zelonis. So, we've got 3 fights left. I believe we are done. The Live Arena mission. Now it's reached Bronze 3. So we can actually just go right back in there because this is the next goal on the track. So, going forward, for as long as I can stand to do so, I'm going to keep going with this the best start guide account for now, as long as I can stand it. But at a certain point, I'm going to reach a level of the mid-game where it's really more interesting to just focus on my main account again. With Live Arena, I definitely have a better time on the main account, or on Charmop's account, or on Mr. Burrito's account, or whoever else wants to loan an account. If anybody else out there wants to do that. Of course, right now this is buried in the middle of the video. But I could probably declare that on another one of my takeover videos. Anyway, for now, I'm going to go with Wixie. Ooh, we're dealing with Ultimate Death Knight. He always makes fights interesting. And by interesting, I mean they take longer, and it's harder to target anybody else because the Ultimate Death Knight. I'll take the speed lead. I'll take... You know what? I don't even know if I want her. I want her. And I want him. I don't know who else I want yet. I want Foley to block Revive. Maybe I want to try to block Revive with Fenax. He needs better gear, though. He's painfully slow right now. He maybe only even gets a chance to do anything if I use him in an ally attack. Come to think of it, ally attack more or less works around Ultimate Death Knight, so we could do it that way. But also, I could bring in Sun Wukong, and maybe I'll just bring all of them. I'll just bring a whole bunch of attackers. So, it looks like he's going for the quick revive. Number of revivers. It's hard to get at both of them. Let's get rid of Sun Wukong. And we'll try to somehow get rid of whatever his name is. Genbo. His name is Genbo. And I probably want the speed. If I can survive an initial blitz from Genbo, I don't see that much in the way of cleansing on the party. So we could try... provoking him. I suppose it doesn't matter who I try to target with this second hit, because the second hit is just going to go against Ultimate Death Knight. That's kind of a bummer, but that's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. What else do I want to try to do? I could try to provoke him right now, because we do get 2 hits. So the second hit will hit him. He resisted it. That's a bummer. Well, luckily, it looks like we can manage to survive a hit like that. do I want to revive? Here, I'm gonna cleanse first, and I'm just gonna go for this. So she gets to revive him with full turn meter. He's already sent out his big nuke though, so it's kind of not as scary. Maybe I could put a decrease attack on him. No, he seems to be resistant to a lot of what I want to put on him. All right, we can get this off again. Maybe we'll at least manage to block revive on him. Ooh, we got rid of 2 of them. That's it. We win. Good game, Lucy. I apologize if I don't attempt to pronounce the full name. It's the Croc Queen. Okay, Croc Queen. I'm going to start with my queen. How do you like that, Croc Queen? And you're starting with Duchess and Rathalos Blademaster. I'll bring in Sun Wukong. I will bring in Wixie. That's a pretty balanced team right there. We have a support reviver. Oh, you're bringing Wixie too. I like it. Well, I will bring Foley. And I don't know. Maybe Fenax. Let's bring Fenax. This way I have a threat against that Sun Wukong. I kind of want to eliminate the Wixie. No, you know what? I definitely want to eliminate Armands. I mean, unless you really wanted to see what Armands could do, you can let me know at the in the comment section. If you wish I just left in that Armands, so you could see what Armands can do. But I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure everybody's sick of it. Everybody's sick of what Armands can do. And to think Armands was available during this run. So I suppose for the sake of this best start guide, I should have recommended going for Armands, and I should have gone for him. I was too tired at the time, and there's a lifetime of regret afterwards, and oh my god, I guess I'll just go for the A1. Because I don't need to put up another shield. I've already got a shield up. And he's about to steal everything anyway. Oof. Okay, how am I gonna manage this? I guess we'll get Foley back up. I don't know, maybe I should just give it to Croc Queen. I think if you lose this many champions this early, it's not a good sign. So, I'll go for the AoE. Yeah, we're doing nothing. Sun Wukong's back in. Is he going to have time to do anything? Not before they put decrease attack on him. Okay, things are turning around a little, so let's cleanse this. I think Sun Wukong can actually win with his beating stick. And I think Croc Queen knows it's coming. I think she knows it's coming. Of course, Sun Wukong gets to go first, so maybe he's going to use his beating stick. Why didn't you hit my Sun Wukong? Well, good game, Croc Queen. We got one fight left. And it's Noggenvogel. from Fliggenflagen, Liechtenstein. I'm going to start with Wixie. And Sun Wukong and Ankora. I think these are my three. These are my top three right here. I'm going to say these are my top three live arena picks on this account. After that, you're then basically looking at nukers, right? So I'd say maybe these two. Of course, you can get a lot of good out of Lady Mikage. And I do already have one nuker here, so you take Lady Mikage and just one of the others. Why not Skullcrown, right? I think she synergizes a little bit better with Lady Mikage because of that A1. So we do have to worry about bombs. He does more or less have the affinity bonus to just hit everybody, except Ankora. So I mean, we could get lucky. Not really sure who to eliminate here. I might even just eliminate Duchess, just so that this is a fast fight either way. So we'll take the Speed Aura, the correct one this time, 23%. So if he manages to land bombs right away, White Queen Ankora might be able to get us back from the brink. But if he gets super lucky and she gets hit with a critical hit, she's just going to blow up. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, Skullcrown can actually go unkillable, so that's to my advantage as well. How do I want to use this A1? Like, can I actually knock somebody down with it? I can. Okay. This is going to be dodgy. I'm not sure. You know what? I want to try to provoke him. That was my hope. I was really hoping to provoke him. And the bombs do get placed on her. So let's cleanse them off. Of course, now I'm going to get drenched in debuffs. Also, we are getting outsped by a lot. Lady Kimmy really makes the team fast. But we do get to bring in somebody. And with a fair amount of turn meter. So it's a question of, can I... Okay, I'm gonna bring in her. I think it's gonna be very difficult to stop Skullcrown from hitting everybody really hard. Oh, it's not hard enough. I think we're still in trouble. Well, good game, Noggin Floggin. So that's about it. We've actually got quite a lot of resources here. Got the first little bit of Quintus. I'm not necessarily going to collect all of this stuff yet. I don't need it yet. But that about wraps it up for the episode. I'll probably do another one soon, given that it's on the mission track and everything. But that's about it for now. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the episode. See you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.